Welcome back to Wikilert.
Today we gather in a shared sense of loss that echoes like the crack of ivory on slate, sharp, sudden, and profoundly felt. It's September 29th, 2025, and the billiards world has dimmed a little with the news that Mika Immonen, the legendary Iceman of pool, has left us at the far too young age of 52. He passed away on September 28th after a courageous, year-long battle with colorectal cancer, a fight he waged with the same unyielding precision that made him a champion on tables around the globe. Tributes are pouring in from Manila too. Mosconi Cup memories from fellow Finns to Filipino fans who saw him as a rival turned revered rival, and in this moment of heartbreak, let's lean into the stories that defined him, not the end, but the extraordinary run that got him there. This is a gentle farewell to a man whose cool demeanor hid a fire that inspired us all to aim a little higher, and I'm here to walk through his legacy with you, one heartfelt rack at a time. Imagine, if you will, the hush of a packed arena, the felt under your fingers worn smooth from countless hours of practice, and there he is, Mika Immonen, tall and composed, chalking his cue with that signature calm, eyes locked on the object. Ball like it's the only thing in the universe. Born on December 17, 1972 in London. To Finnish parents, he grew up splitting time between worlds, snooker tables in England where he notched century breaks as a kid, and the vibrant pool scene that called him home to Finland in the early 90s. They called him the Iceman. Not for coldness, but for that glacial focus, the way he'd stare down pressure like it was just another straight shot. From those humble starts in local leagues, he exploded onto the pro circuit, turning heads with a break-and-run style that felt like poetry in motion, fluid, fearless, and often unforgiving to anyone in his path. His crowning moments? Oh, they read like a highlight reel etched in green baize. In 2001, at just 28, he claimed the World 9-Ball Championship in Cardiff, Wales, outlasting a field of giants to hoist that elusive title, becoming the first and still only Finn to do so. Fast forward to 2009, and he doubled down in Manila at the WPA World 10-Ball Championships, dismantling the home crowd. Favorite Lee Van Corteza 11-6 in the finals, a victory that cemented his place among the immortals. But Mika wasn't just a world champ twice over. He was a U.S. Open 9-ball conqueror in 2003 and 2009, the latter run seeing him win 14 straight matches before edging Ralph Sakay 13-10 in a final that had fans on the edge of their seats. And let's not forget the Mosconi Cup, that epic Europe versus USA showdown where he suited up for Team Europe 15 times, snagging MVP honors in 2008 after a redemption arc from a heartbreaking miss. In 06, he helped secure 4 victories for the blue team, including that unforgettable 2012 World Cup of Pool win alongside countryman Petri Mäkinen, etching Finland's name in the stars. Inducted into the Billiard Congress of America Hall of Fame in 2014, at the ripe old age of 41, he was named Player of the Decade for the 2000s, a nod to the prime where his shot-making wizardry, those impossible banks, the surgical safeties, left jaws dropped and opponents scrambling. Yet beyond the trophies and the stats, Mika was the guy who'd linger after matches, sharing laughs over a beer or breaking down a tricky position for a wide-eyed rookie. He battled Efren Bada Reyes in finals that became folklore, like that 2002 International Challenge of Champions where a sudden death rack heartbreak turned into fuel for future glory. In 2016, he stunned the straight pool purists by winning the Dragon 14.1 tournament in New York, grinding out a 300-270 marathon over Earl Strickland, proving his versatility knew no bounds. He even dipped into instruction, teaming up in 2008 for Mastering Pool, a video series that broke down his magic for anyone daring to learn. Off the table, he was a gentle soul, father to a son, a partner who cherished quiet moments, and a friend whose loyalty ran as deep as his draw shots. Filipino stars like Carlo Beato and Johan Chua, who traded blows with him on the felt, are among those. Mourning today, Beato posting simply, "Your legacy lives. No more pain. May you rest in peace," while Chua shared photos with a gut punch. "Thank you for everything, champ." Sobrang nakakalunkit. Even snooker icon Ronnie O'Sullivan, a crossover admirer, called him devastated, remembering a competitor whose passion burned bright. And then came the battle that no one saw coming, the one off the table. Diagnosed with stage 4 colorectal cancer in December 2023, it hit like a cluster. Break gone wrong, upending his world just as he was eyeing comeback's end. Mentoring the next wave. Friends like Emily Keaty, his partner for 5 years, and Bradley Farrell stood by him through emergency room dashes, vital sign beeps, and days when breathing felt like lining up a long cut. In a Raw interview earlier this year, Mika spoke from his hospital bed that Iceman resolve unbroken. "Zero. Give up in me," he said, eyes fierce despite the monitors, vowing to return to the US Open as a great distraction from the fight he accepted he'd never reclaim his peak, but damn if he didn't swing for it, channeling the same come from behind grit that won him racks from the brink. Matchroom Pool, the tour family that showcased his prime, released a statement that captured it perfectly. A fierce and passionate competitor on the table, his biggest battle came off the table. Our thoughts are with Mika's family, friends, and many fans. During this incredibly sad time, fans echo that a warrior on the table, but a gentleman off it. Rest in peace, Iceman, because he wasn't just a player, he was proof that heart matters more than hang time. As the queues lower in arenas from Chesapeake to Quezon City and tributes flood social media like a perfect combination shot, we're left with this. Mika Immonen's shots may have ended, but the angles he taught us linger. He showed us how to stay cool under fire, to fight through the snooker's life throws, and to celebrate the game not for the glory, but for the connections it forges. At 52, gone too soon, but oh, what a run. World titles, Hall of Fame enshrinement, and a legacy that ensures no table feels empty without his spirit. To his family, his son, his loved ones, our hearts ache with yours. Rest easy, Iceman, you've banked the 8 ball clean. If Mika's story of grit and grace has you reaching for your cue or just reflecting on battles worth fighting, hit that subscribe button to join us for more tales from the felt and beyond, the underdogs, the legends, the shots that stick with you. Like this video if it moved you. It helps queue up these stories for more fans who need them. Drop a memory of the Iceman in the comments. What match sealed it for you? Thanks for sharing this moment. Until next time, keep stroking true, friends.